Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Two Gods Summoned to a Fantasy World by BenGrem1234. Chapter 22. Prince Shu reveals his powers in an empty wasteland near the Kingdom of Spades. We see a demon general lying down on the ground with one of his arm missing and both of his leg missing as well. His left eye was also missing and his organs was spilling on the ground. He was covered in blood and he was looking at a blond man in shining white armor in terror. "Please have mercy on me. I was foolish to have challenged you." The demon general begged for his life. "I warned you that I will show no mercy to anyone who threatens my kingdom, and you didn't listen. You have no one to blame but yourself, demon." The man with the shining armor, whose identity is Prince Shu, said with a cold look. He raised his sword and prepared to finish off the demon general. Few hours ago in the Kingdom of Spades, everyone was walking around joyfully with smiles on their face. The streets was lively and business seems to be flourishing for the citizens. The kingdom seems a whole lot better than it used to be when it was still under the control of the demon race. All this changes in the kingdom occurred after Rimuru and his party left the kingdom to begin their quest of freeing the humans from the other races. Prince Shu took up the role of supervisor of the kingdom in order to make sure that order and peace was maintained in the kingdom. He formed a party consisting of the best knights in the kingdom. His new party consists of 4 knights, with him being their leader. 3 of them were female and the last one was male. The first one was Anna, who is known as the Sword Saint due to her unparalleled talent with the sword. She has a very dark white hair and she wears a full silver armor just like the prince. The other one was Jane, and she bears the title Warrior Princess due to her combat powers in battle. She has silver short hair and she wears a mixture of red and silver armor that is quite revealing, and she uses a massive sword which can crush any opponents with one hit. The last female in the group is Alice, and she bears the title Ice Princess. The reason for the title is because she is the only warrior mage in the Kingdom of Spades. Her magic attribute is ice, and she combined that magic along with her sword skill to earn the title Ice Princess in battle. She has silver blue hair and she wears a revealing blue and silver armor. The last one in the group is Adam. He has no title as he is not that known yet due to him recently joining the group. He uses a knight sword and is one of the most promising among all those who wanted to join the order. He has short white hair and he wears a white armor with black cape. Along with Prince Shu, they were known as the 5 Heavenly Knights who serves Rimuru. When the prince first gathered Anna, Jane and Alice, he took them to the new temple built in honor of their new lord, Rimuru. When the 3 girls knelt down in front of the Rimuru's statue to pray, Rimuru appeared before them and bestowed upon the 3 girls gifts just as he had done for Prince Shu. After receiving Rimuru blessing, the 3 girls grew in power that could even rival a high demon. They dubbed themselves the Heavenly Knights, and they set out to all the lands of the Spades Kingdom in order to defeat the demons who were oppressing them. They were merciless to all the demon they could find in the Spades Kingdom territory, and before long, their names spread throughout the world. Adam, being their new recruit, have yet to receive Rimuru's blessing, but he will soon receive it. Currently, Prince Shu and the others were returning back to the kingdom after eliminating a horde of demons from a neighboring village. The trip will take them 4 days to return to the kingdom on horse ride and 1 week on foot. Prince Shu and his team were taking their time and traveling on foot, happily chatting as they return. Suddenly, Prince Shu raised his hand to signal the others to stop. The other immediately took on battle position and became alert. "Is there a problem, my prince?" Anna asked, keeping her hand on the hilt of her sword. "Something is approaching us at high speed. Be ready everyone," Prince Shu instructed. Not long after that, something fell down from the sky and landed a few feet away from Prince Shu and the others. A huge dust cloud was generated from the impact, which covered the appearance of the person who fell from the sky. Jane covered her eyes and asked, "What was that?" "I don't know, but we are gonna find out soon." Adam answered, still on alert in case of any sneak attack. The dust cloud was soon blown away by a huge gust of wind which revealed the person who fell from the sky. The person had white hair with pointy ears. He also has a lot of jewelry on his person and he wears a blue long jacket with black pants. What surprised Shu and the others was the amount of mana that was pouring out from the being before them. Alice's feet began to tremble just from feeling the amount of mana that the person before them was emanating. In fact, Everyone was trembling except for Prince Shu, who was calmly watching the person before them. Finally, the person smiled after observing Prince Shu. "A pleasure to meet you, Prince Shu of the Spades Kingdom. I am a general in service to the Demon King. My name is Alex and I am going to be the one who kills you." Prince Shu calmly spoke to the demon in front of him. "I didn't think the Demon King would be so worried about me that he would send one of his general after me. What do you expect after you easily took down High Demon Dabura and declared war with him? I'm here to put you humans in your place and to remind you why demons are the superior race among all the race," Alex told him. "Is that so? Well, I've got something to say to you first," Prince Shu said. "What do you want to say? Whether it be a high demon, a general or even the Demon King himself, I will never lose to you demons. I am the hope of humanity and as the symbol of hope, I will not lose to any of you demons," Prince Shu said as he drew out his sword. My, you are quite cocky for a human. I will love to pound that face of yours to the ground and put you in your place," General Alex said as he got ready to battle. Prince Shu looked behind him to his team members. "Nobody should interfere in this fight. Neither of you are powerful enough to be facing a demon general. You'll only be killed if you try to interfere." "But we can help," Jane shouted. "That right. We can't let our prince to battle this monster all on his own," Anna said. "I might be scared, but I will battle with you, my prince, to the very end," Alice said. Prince Shu gave them all a smile. "I'm glad you all feel that way, but this battle is way out of your leagues at the moment. Wait until you are all strong enough to fight in this realm before trying to join this fight. For now, create your most powerful barrier and protect yourselves and Adam from the impact of my fight and that demon general." "But," Jane tried to say, but she was cut off by Prince Shu. "Do not worry about me. Have a little faith in your prince. I promise, I won't lose as long as I have God Rimaru's blessing in me." The others looked at Shu for some time before they all nodded their head and began to create the barrier to protect themselves from the fight. Prince Shu turned and faced his full focus on General Alex. "Sorry to keep you waiting, though, I was expecting you to attack me while I was talking to my team. Why would I want to use sneak attack on you? I plan to crush both physically and mentally, and I won't have you crushed using sneak attack. I want to get the pleasure of watching you suffer as I slowly kill you. After I'm done with you, you teammates are next in your kingdom after that. That should be enough lesson for any other humans who wants to rebel against us demons," General Alex told him with a cruel smile. "I'm glad you have it all planned out. Too bad it won't happen the way you want," Shu told him as he began to emanate golden light from his body. "So that is the light you used when you battled Ryzen, huh? This should be interesting. Let's see what you can do," General Alex said in excitement. Alex then covered himself with a dark aura and rushed to Shu with his first cocked back. He threw a punch the moment he reached Shu, but he blocked it with his sword. Not giving him a chance, Alex began throwing punches at Shu at a super fast speed. The shockwave his punches were generating was causing the land to vibrate and crack with the surrounding trees to be uprooted. Yet, despite all this, Shu was blocking all his punches with minimal effort. He was deflecting the punches with his sword and directing the shockwave away from his team. Alex noticed this and jumped back to observe Shu. "To think that a human like you would be able to block my punches that was said to be strong enough to destroy multiple mountains with the shockwave alone. Really, because it felt like a mosquito was the one punching me just now," Prince Shu mocked him. General Alex became angry. "You will pay for this mockery, I promise you." Alex then flew up and shot out multiple big light balls at Shu. As the attack was made up of light, it traveled at light speed and it was all headed to Shu with every other thing in the area around him. The attack was tremendously fast, but Shu was just faster by a huge margin. "This is nothing," Shu shouted as he brought his sword and swinged it, which released a huge golden light that took the shape of a giant net in the sky. All the light balls made contact with the golden net and caused a massive explosion, but none of the heat or shockwave of the explosion made it past the golden net that Shu had created. All this happened way faster than a blink of an eye. Alex saw this and began to cast his other spell. A massive magic circle appeared underneath Shu's feet and a barrier covered him. Not long after that, a huge torrent of black flames fell from the sky in a straight line and descended on the magic circle which Shu was standing on. The fire made contact with Shu and began to burn everything within the circle to ash and turning the ground to lava. Alex, who was still in the sky, looked down to see the result of his spell to know if Prince Shu survived. After the fire died down, the smoke left behind was blown away by the aura of Prince Shu, who was standing there inside the ground, which was turned into lava without a single scratch on his body and armor. Alex looked genuinely astonished when he saw that. How did you survive that fire spell? It possessed the same heat comparable to the sun. Shu looked at him with a calm look. I am immune to all natural phenomenon in this world, and fire and heat is one of them. I see. Looks like I will have to take this extra serious if I want to kill you, Alex said while preparing his next attack. Like I will let you. Shu used his enhanced speed to zoom to Alex and brought down his sword at him. Alex saw this and immediately created a shield barrier to protect himself from Shu's sword. Perhaps it was his instinct, but as soon as Alex had made the barrier to protect himself from Shu's sword, he jumped away before Shu's sword could make contact with his barrier. When Shu's sword made contact with Alex's barrier, it cut through it like it was paper and impacted where Alex was previously standing. Shu increased his speed and appeared in front of the retreating Alex with his sword at the ready. He swinged it at Alex, but he was able to dodge it but not completely. The reason is because Shu's sword was able to cut of Alex's right arm in that encounter. Alex jumped back and saw his missing and bleeding arm, which caused rage to overcome him. How dare a lowly human to cut of my arm, the arm of one of the Demon King General. Keep looking down on humans. It will make this all the more humiliating when you lose. Look at you covered in wounds and missing an arm, while I have yet to receive a single damage from the so-called Demon General that you are. Shu mocked him. Alex gnashed his teeth in rage. I was planning on saving my magic during this fight, but that have changed. I will make sure I crush you with my ultimate attack. Alex placed his hand in the ground and shouted, Transmutation, Colossus. Following his shout, a massive magic circle covered the entire land where Shu and his team were. Shu, seeing this, immediately covered his team in a golden light barrier and flew up with them following behind him. He stopped in the air and observed what was going on. The magic circle glowed a bright color before a massive giant stone golem began to come out of the circle. The whole kingdom of Spades and all the lands began to vibrate due to the emergence of the stone golem. After the stone golem had emerged, Shu and the others could not stop the look of surprise that appeared in their face as they stared at the size of the giant stone golem. The golem was so tall that its head was not visible due to it reaching the sky, and its body was so big that it could size a small country within it. Its arm alone is as big as a big town. Even the citizens of Spades Kingdom from the distance could clearly see the stone golem due to its enormous size. Prince Shu left his scared teammates inside the barrier in the sky while he flew down to the ground. Once he landed on the ground, he looked up at the giant stone golem with a worried look. Now what do I do? He asked himself. Ha 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 ha. Are you scared yet, human? Alex's voice resounded from inside the golem. If you are wondering where I am inside the Colossus. He will definitely crush you with his power. You can't damage it because it was made with the hardest mineral in the world, which is 10 times harder than diamond, and with its size, attacking it will be pointless. Did I forget to mention that it will regenerate from any damage it might sustain? Let's see what you human can do against my Colossus. Prince Shu looked at the Colossus and calmed his breathing before he released a massive amount of golden aura from his body. This changes nothing. I will show you the power that was bestowed to me by Lord Rimuru. This giant of yours doesn't stand a chance of beating me. We shall see about that. Go Colossus. Crush him, Alex shouted. The giant stone golem raised his hand and brought it down on Prince Shu with a speed no one would expect from something of his size. Its fist made contact with the ground that Prince Shu was standing, which caused the world itself to vibrate and the surrounding to destroy from the shockwave. Alex smiled in satisfaction. I guess this was overkill for a human. Now then, time to finish of his team and kin. You think this is enough to stop me? A voice was heard under the fist of the Colossus. Right after that, the hand of the Colossus that was used to punch Prince Shu began to crack till it shattered into pieces to reveal Prince Shu with his sword raised and not a scratch on his body. Alex had a gobs make it expression on his face after he saw the hand of his Colossus being destroyed by a human. The Colossus tried to punch Shu again with his other hand, but Shu jumped up high into the sky before his punch could touch him. In the sky, Shu slashed down his sword at the remaining arm of the Colossus. His sword released a golden light that to the shape of a giant wind blade and was able to slice through the other arm of the Colossus like it was butter. Alex could not believe what he was seeing. Not only did this human destroy the arm of his colossus, he even prevented it from regenerating. Just how did a human acquire such powers? Shu landed on the ground and looked at the handless colossus. You must be wondering how I am able to damage your big giant stone golem over there. The reason is because my magic power is infinite. Nani? How can a human have infinite magic? Not even the Demon King have infinite magic? Alex shouted from inside the colossus. My sword, which is now a part of me, can generate an infinite supply of mana. So long as my sword is a part of me, I will never run out of magic energy. Since my magic supply is infinite, there is no limit to what I can do. My physical strength, durability and stamina is without limit. And since my attacks are holy energy, it nullifies all demonic magic attribute. Which mean that you demons will never be able to beat me, Shu told him. That is just impossible. A human should never have that kind of power. Powers like these didn't exist in the past, Alex said with a frustrated voice. It is over for you, Demon General Alex. Since you were kind enough to show me your ultimate spell, I will end you using my own ultimate spell. Shu raised his sword in the air and a massive amount of golden light began to gather inside the sword. The light was so bright that it covered the entire area. Take this, Alex. Excalibur, Shu shouted as he brought down his sword on the colossus, which released a bright golden light which covered the colossus, vaporizing it and everything around the area behind the colossus to dust. The attack released from Shu was so powerful that not even a speck of dust from the colossus remained. It was a complete annihilation. Shu closed his eyes and rushed to the location he sensed Alex was. Alex was on death's door due to taking a direct hit from Excalibur. His legs were gone, his arm were cut off, his left eye was missing and his organs was spilling on the ground. Even with all these injuries, it was a miracle that Alex was still alive considering the attack he was hit with at full power. That showed the difference in rank between a demon general and a high demon. Shu landed in front of Alex and looked at his sorry state. I suppose I should commend you for surviving a direct hit from my ultimate spell. Alex looked at Prince Shu in terror. Please have mercy on me. I was foolish to have challenged you. I warned you that I will show no mercy to anyone who threatens my kingdom and you didn't listen. You have no one to blame but yourself, demon, Prince Shu said with a cold look. He raised his sword and immediately sliced of Alex's head with it. That was the end of the demon general Alex, the sin of sloth. After that, Anna, Jane, Alice and Adam fell from the sky and landed next to Prince Shu. They all looked at Shu in astonishment and awe. I can't believe you killed a demon general, my prince, Alice said with a shocked voice. I can't believe you managed to destroy that massive golem with one attack, Adam also said with a shocked voice. I always had faith in your victory, my prince, Anna said to him. I still can't believe you didn't take any damage from that fight, Jane said while looking over Prince Shu's body. I did take damage, but it healed before anyone could notice it. This sword of mine also granted me the ability of infinite regeneration. Any wounds I receive will heal at a speed close to light, which is my attribute, Prince Shu explained to them. Damn. Is there anything that sword of yours can't do? Jane asked in a sarcastic way. I may seem strong, but I'm still not the strongest. My target is the Demon King, and with my powers, I think I can fight him on equal ground, but I don't know who will win between the two of us. So calling myself the strongest now is not right until I defeat the Demon King, Prince Shu told them. Don't worry, my prince. We will get stronger and other to support you in that decisive moment, Alice told him with a smile. You can count on us, my prince, Anna said. We are with you every step of the way, Alice said to him. And we would never abandon you no matter what, Adam told him. Prince Shu looked at all of them before he smiled. I am blessed to have you as my teammates. Now then, let's return to the kingdom. Roger that, Prince Shu. They all responded. They began to head back to the Kingdom of Spades while chatting with each other. As Prince Shu's power kept on growing, so also his sister, who was traveling with Rimuru, and the rest also growing in power. Before long, those two siblings will reach the level where they will be able to challenge the gods themselves in a fight. Not long at all.